right, so we're watching a gold 1 tank on console. They're playing a Doomfist, D.Va, Reinhardt, and Winston. And apparently it's a wide match. So this lobby is gold 1 to Masters 5. So it's kind of a lot of different ranks in one lobby, which can create some very interesting games. So they say, so first of all, if I recall correctly, this game was gold 1 to Masters 5 lobby, and I'm the gold 1. So straight away before spawn doors have opened, my whole team is trash talking me and telling me to get off Doom and saying that we've already lost. But even when we did start playing and I was clearly doing well, they were still trash talking me and calling me bad and telling me to switch. I did eventually switch, but only when I thought it was necessary, and I do think I did the best I could possibly have done, but my team blamed me for the result of the game. Is it because you're in a wide match and you're the gold 1? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, everybody in this lobby's queuing for a wide match. They know they're getting into those ranks because they need to be queued with people. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see how their Doom is. Or their tank in general. Okay, nobody's up there. Good job. So far, doing what you're supposed to do. You're maintaining high grounds, putting pressure on backline. I mean, so far, so good. Helping your team now when they need it. Obviously, you missed your punch, but let's be honest, we all miss our punches sometimes. So far, so good. You know, obviously, I still say to this day, you know, the really good Doomfist, they end up being so accurate with their right clicks, and that's the most important part, and that's why I'm terrible at Doomfist. Savage Queen Snipers, thanks for the 2 months of the free response. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. You're lagging a little bit. I've been hearing that. I will try my best to figure out the issues. I'm sorry. It just keeps doing it. Yo, nice right click. Okay, so far, you said your teammates were already telling you to switch off. Why? Am I missing something here? Because so far, it's been some pretty good Doomfist gameplay. Nice punch. Yep, meant to do that. The classic. You know what? We've all been there. I respect the effort. A little bit too aggro by you. Now, that felt like a moment of like, hey, we're snowballing them. This is going great. Best thing I would say there is after you get the pick on the Reaper, get out of there. And then the reason why I want you to get out of there is because while you are rolling them, the most important part is going to be the point. Like, go this way. If you can right click out, go up the stairs, alleviate yourself out here. You can then kind of block the doorways and you can get this point for free. A little bit too aggro by you, but like up until that moment, that was really good. Here we go. I'm not using a punch. Yep. Well, as I'm saying, they've had good Doom play. I'm just kind of showcasing them the overextension. Like I said, I get it. A little bit too aggressive. A little bit too aggressive. That Lucio is... I don't know what they're doing, but they're okay. Go in with that. You have a good right click. Nice right click. Wait that out now. A little bit too early on the block. I would have waited till they get aggressive, right? Because when they get aggressive, you can block in. Nice shot by your Moira. You're going to have your ult in a second, so you can gauge in. You don't even need to use it if everything goes well with your team. Okay, and just to once again reiterate this, just to understand. You said that your teammates were telling you you were bad and you need to swap off Doom the whole game. That's my understanding of this, right? Oh, that's the Doom play I know. That's how I miss my ults. Good job getting the pick. You got out. Give me a little spin right there. Obviously, outside of some overextension, a couple of missed right clicks. I feel like you've been playing just fine on Doom. Okay, a little bit too ambitious. Yeah. Okay, one thing you're doing now is you're doing something that I will do on Doom, which I'm not saying is a good thing. You're going for more of like these like long range, like cool plays. The odds you'll hit the right click consistently are lower than if you get a little bit closer and set up for better angles. Just be careful of that. I definitely think you're in a mode right now where you're also kind of just vibing. Like, in like a good way, like your team's been popping off, you've been playing well mechanically, like you're having a good time. Just be wary of losing track of how you're winning the game to begin with, because sometimes that can happen when you start to like roll the other team, so just be careful of that. Sometimes you just go for those plays. Obviously, it's a little bit easier when you have the charge punch, because you can go for that, but that is usually what gets a Doom killed, is like when they go too deep with the right click on the miss if you don't have an escape. And I think if I recall correctly, you didn't have a slam escape out, because like you can go in on those long range punches too, but if you don't have like a way out, that's the problem. And I think you didn't have slam on cooldown. Like, so for example, like it's okay to go in on a punch if you really want to be ambitious with those, but you need to have an escape out by being able to like slam out or right click out. Does that make sense? So. Dive their Ana now. Yeah, just worry with the Ana. Good job. Even if they sleep you. You can't learn to. I mean, in top 500, like especially when where we'll be at in games, I have to learn some of these heroes. It just won't. It's like, imagine if I was trying to play D.Va a lot right now with the D.Va changes, where like D.Va's like paper mache. Like you're seeing way less D.Va now, and because D.Va's just struggling. Yeah, you see right there. And once again, you survive that, but like it just you're a little bit ahead on your cooldowns, so where like you're not giving yourself a way out. Nice job. Good job. You have your cooldowns up anyway, so good right click, good slam. Oh, nice survivability there. I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea why your teammates are telling you to swap off and getting angry at you. I guess to me, I'm a little bit confused on that one, because I'm not seeing anything here in particular that makes me go, oh, you really need to get better at what you're doing. Like, I don't see any of it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe on defense, something changes here, and like you start hard feeding and falling off the map. So far, 8 minutes in, I haven't seen an issue. Overwatch players will just see like they just don't like their tank playing Doom. I mean, but like I feel like their Doom has been playing how you would want your Doom to play. They're not going in too aggressively, trying to make like these like ridiculously crazy plays. Like you're working with your team. You're okay. Now I can see you swapping. If they're gonna be on Sombra and just sit on you the whole time as Sombra, which I imagine is gonna happen, this is where I can see a swap happening. Okay, here we go. You hate said you hate watching the stream because you always want to play Overwatch, but after you watch, is that a good thing or a bad thing? If so, sorry. Or heck yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I think like, and I'm not saying that first of all, the first half of the game. I think this is a more of a not because your teammates are telling you to. I just think that if they're gonna sit there and play the way they are in the back, and you keep getting hacked, then a swap would make sense. Just because like. You're in a ranked game against a Sombra that could make it harder. Now, we'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. If their Sombra doesn't do well against you, and you start to pop off, then you don't need a swap, right? It can depend on the play style. For example, if that Sombra decides their whole play style is going to be just sit there AFK and hack you the whole time, you probably won't have a good time. I can see that you weren't happy they went Sombra either. If their Sombra is going for backline pressure and not worrying about the tank as much and kind of just playing more of like, I'm gonna go backline, make the supports on, have fun, then Doom still makes sense for you because the Sombra isn't gonna be causing issues to you, and it allows you to have more backline pressure on their backline. So there's an equal trade-off, but yeah, I think if you swap right here, that'd be okay. Right here, totally fine swap. If you were wondering if this is a good swap, bad swap, this was totally fine. I am okay with this. You're good to go. Nice. Now I get to see some D.Va gameplay. Lead a little bit more with your rockets. They aren't hit scans. I'll tell you that. Not bad, actually. I hope that whole sequence is good. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about like things you can do in any rank. What are you doing now during this downtime? You finally settled on stopping their snowball, right? You finally stopped their push. You're like, okay, we can finally settle. I feel like we have more plays we can make now. But what's going to be the problem here if your team doesn't do what we're about to talk about? They have EMP. And you know this now. You haven't seen EMP. So what you want to do, and this goes for any rank, any role, recognize what they have, bring it up right away. Go, I know they have EMP. You're going to sit there and you're going to understand that you need to set yourself up to either all get EMP'd in a spot where you're going to die in cart, or you're going to play across the map to make the EMP not as enticing for the players. One thing you might notice is a lot of players really want to hit the really cool EMP. Make it difficult on them. And this goes for any rank. Always try to understand what ultimates they have and what ultimates they don't. So basically set it for EMP here. Because if you all stack on the cart and stand still AFK, you're gonna get EMP. So be careful of this. Recognize it too, like, okay, they have EMP, we need to play. So what I would do if I was D.Va here is I actually would go top. I'll show you in a second. Great and Humble, thanks for the 41 months with the Phoenix Prize. Thank you, appreciate it. First of all, let's talk two different setups. One, if you were playing further back, I would actually go here as D.Va. Because even if you get EMP'd, you can stay alive here, and you won't get stuck in this, like, funnel here, okay? And I would just I would make it known you're here, though. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. If they all play here and all get EMP'd, it's not that bad. And you go, what do you mean you're gonna lose the team fight? I agree, but here's my take. I would rather see them lose the team fight right here immediately with no cart presence or cart push than to get EMP'd right here and back up and then get staggered out and then just lose. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that allows for you to have a pretty good retake and you don't give them any cart time during it because you're playing close up. It's not bad if you end up staying here. My only concern is if you fall back to the corner again and then get EMP'd at the corner. Dying cart. Or go cart. Yeah. This is no. Oh, it happened still. No. They did it. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Thankfully, they didn't look for you and you're going to be able to remac on them. But oh my. Y'all got lucky with this. And it's such a hindsight thing, too, where it's like, I watch that and I go, you know what? It worked. I'm not even going to be mad. Nice help. Yeah, I more just try to get like in the habit of like the fundamentals of like it worked, but it's one of those plays that it's almost a coin flip on how that would go. Like you're basically one person on their team recognizing you're in that hallway away from just falling over, and then you lose the team fight, right? So it worked. So, but I think that like that was out of all the scenarios, your team actually went the scenario that would have went in favor of the other team, and your team just ended up winning it. So. Yes, I did see the clap trail. Spy checking. That's why they're shooting at chat, in case you're wondering. It's just spy checking. Spy checking is basically where, as D.Va, you can do it on any hero, but especially a hero like D.Va, where you have no ammo and you have like a large spread on like your shots. Don't fly into them with the Zen ult. Don't fly into them with the Zen ult. The idea of the Zen ult there is not to keep you alive on top of the fully charged Zarya. It's to get out of there and survive. So a little bit of a, honestly, that's more of a bad play on your Zen and you, as in like, you want to play to survive that. And you ended up doing it, but like everybody else kind of should have then just sat on the cart. You had the right idea going. It's funny because you're in a lobby where you said you're the gold one, but yet I think that your disengage there was the proper one out of everybody in the lobby. So you did a good job of that one. But yeah, I saw the trail. Looked cool. So on to Winston now. So yeah, I think you made the proper swap. I think your team as a whole misplayed third point, and that's why you're at where you're at. Also, I still don't know why they were forcing you to swap it from the get-go. Yeah. They don't even need to. You're right. I should start not. Good call. Sombra, nice follow-up. Good job. That Sombra should probably swap soon, because I think they went Sombra to deal with your Doomfist, which is kind of funny because, you know, isn't it always interesting where the other player goes Sombra to deal with you on Doom because you were playing so well on Doom? Meanwhile, they don't even realize your teammates are telling you to get off Doom, you're bad. Isn't that kind of funny how that works there? So, like, your team is telling you that you're bad. Their team's going, can we please get a Sombra because they have a Doom who's popping off and we need to take care of this problem. You know what I mean? Like, You know what I'm saying? It's like, which team is right there? I'm gonna lean towards the other team. Could use a better use of the right click here to snipe before they engage. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I listen, if you want to, I guess I'm looking more at the storyline of the game at this point. But yeah, I think like, obviously if you could find time to right click as Winston, I agree with that statement. Yep. Too aggro by you. Bad play by you. Bad play. No. Okay, we gotta talk about this. You lost the round there, but like at that point in the round, you need to slow play that. So that's just going too deep and trying to force an ultimate there. I really need you to play back on the cart and give your teammates opportunity to keep you alive, and also give your time to extend the team fight. Definitely a little bit of a misplay by you, by being a bit too aggro. You're on Rein now. That's an interesting choice here. I guess you can hold. Corner, okay. I'm gonna teach you something here. Play here. Play right here. I think your position doesn't make sense for me here because you're gonna lose value. I want you to play at this corner. The reason why you play at the corner is because it stops the cart. They run into an issue where like they have two things to worry about. The Reinhardt standing here AFK essentially, and then the rest of the team up here. Protecting your team here is actually to give them too much cart time, especially when the cart is right here. So because the cart's right here, you need to buy yourself time. There's 2 minutes on the clock. So just play in here, unless your teammates all fall over in the matter of a second. It's gonna take them about 40 seconds at best to be able to clear you out of here. So what you do here is you play at the corner. If they ignore you, you put pressure on them. If they're looking at you, you have your cover from your teammates, and it opens up your teammates. But you want to play at this corner. Even if you were playing D.Va against Zarya there, I would play the corner because you can use the cart as cover, which is why it becomes such a really good spot. If they start to all in you, guess what? You charge right out, and now you're back to safety. You're back to server room here, which is what you'll hear me reference it as server. Climb back up, and now you're back with your team. Do you see? You've already lost your time. I would drop. Actually, no. You can still drop now. You have like 1 more second to drop. There you go. Perfect. Now, all right. Nice pin. You know what? If it works, it works. Now play the corner the rest of the time. All right? The rest of the way. Oh my God, thank you. Appreciate it. Mistake you made. You went back up on high ground, and you left your Moira alone. So I was going to let this see how that went. This is exactly the opposite of how you want to do that. You say you're backing up away from the cart now and you have no HP. You're probably not going to survive that. I say that. Meanwhile, they manage not to kill you and you get out. But I want to see if you get staggered out here. Okay, I'm baffled that you survived this. I'm actually baffled. Okay, at least health pack awareness. There's a mini right behind you. Okay, you could have survived that easily. Still, though, I feel like the way you played that was a misplay. Stay at the corner. Keep your Moira alive. Also understand where health packs are. I know sometimes that you look at your HP and you're like, oh, I have 700 HP. You have 700 HP, and you go, well, that won't get me back to full HP. Why would I do that? That's no fun. Well, let me kind of talk about that a little bit. If you were on a 30 HP tracer at that point, would you just ignore the health pack? No, it'd put you back to like, what, 175 HP or 200, whatever tracer's at now. But it gives you more HP, right? You wouldn't ignore the health pack. So it's the same for Ryan. They still have to get that extra HP off of you. So like, why wouldn't you go and grab the health pack at that point? Because you know what? That was the make or break between the Lucio killing you there. Now, it worked out. You're back on the point. But once again, that's 50-50 things that you don't want to put it up to a coin flip. You want to put it up to things that you can control. And that was the situation you could have controlled. And look at, end up losing a teammate. Like now you're in a unique spot. You get hacked by, like, you're gonna, yeah, okay. You can be a little bit aggro with this if you want to, because you can build your ult. You don't have to be, but like you create a little bit of a time in there. A little bit different than last time. Oh, well, went right through him. That's what it's like me on Ryan. You got the health back this time on your teammate's touch point, though. Yep, saw that coming. That's not on you to touch point there, by the way. Well, I mean, okay, listen, technically, I would have gone point there because, like, you have to go point because of your Moira. At the same time, if you see what's going to happen up here, you're probably going to fall over right away anyway. So, I still would have liked to see you go to point there. Even if you get here with their Ramatra's HP and where your Torbolt is, that Ramatra's dead, and then I think the Ramatra's the only one who can really heck with you outside of Junkrat Tire, so yeah, I would have gone point. And once again, it's not like a clear-cut win because it's a 5v4 at this point, but I think you definitely go to the point. It's funny because you did the opposite of what you were supposed to do. So this one, you want to stay there because, like, you need to stay there, and then you get the health pack, and then the fight before against the Lucio, when you want to get the health pack, you stay here. So you actually did the opposite way. So next time, just recognize that. Towards the end of the game, your decision-making was opposite of what you wanted to do on that one. It was just the opposite way. What I will say is I have no idea why your teammates were getting mad at you for playing on Doomfist from the get-go. I felt like your Doomfist play was really good. I saw nothing but like really good moments. Obviously a couple missed punches here and there, but I feel like your Doomfist actually was really solid. So it feels bad they were kind of take you off that hero right away. You know, just clean up some of the areas we talked about, positioning, recognizing like when to disengage, when to die in cart, starting spots for Rein. I definitely think that if you start on the cart as Rein here, this fight goes a little bit easier and you could win it. But yeah, I think it sucks that they just were so mad that you were on a hero that like they thought was going to be a throw pick, when in reality, I won't say hard carried, but like the first half of this game on Doom, you were dominating pretty hard and you made it really easy on your teammates. So you can absolutely climb. You got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes. If you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectator, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. We also stream on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. A lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.